I'm with a very important person here at Sheffield Wednesday, as Kris, you're part of the team trying to sell the club. Just give us a bit of an insight about how the process has been and where we're up to.
Okay, so we've had lots of interest. About 80 parties came forward. We're now at a stage where we've actually had some offers in. So we've had offers on Friday. We're expecting a couple more on Monday. So we'll be at a stage there where there's several interested parties that have made decent offers. So over the next 2 weeks we'll be trying to get it down to one preferred bidder, so that by the 5th of December hopefully we can announce who that is.
It's great to hear that the club has so many admirers. So what are the key factors that you're looking for in new owners?
Well, first of all, they need money, so they had to be able to provide proof of funds that they had £50 million in cash. And then after that we have to be satisfied that they'll pass the fit and proper test, and also that they have to show a plan that they can make the club viable. So if they tick all those boxes, then effectively it becomes an auction process. And
how important is it for you to get this right, not only for the fans but for the players and also the club's future as well?
Yeah, it's vital that the club has a good owner. There's a lot of investment that's needed in the infrastructure. The ground needs some work, the training ground does, and obviously the squad does as well. So I'm feeling optimistic at the moment that we'll get the right person in.
And you feeling confident, bearing in mind lots of fans will be watching this, that the future looks a little bit brighter for Sheffield Wednesday?
Yeah, we're confident, we're optimistic at the moment. Obviously there's a couple of weeks to go, but I think the fans can be optimistic as things stand.
Well, that's exactly what the fans will want to know. Kris, thank you so much for your time. No, best of luck over the next couple of weeks. Really excited to see what will happen. So, as you just heard, the future looks a little bit brighter for Sheffield Wednesday, and all the fans will be hoping, with their fingers crossed, that they can pull off the great escape.
Yeah, absolutely. Music to the ears of Owls fans today. Kris, you've played in huge matches for this football club, top flight football for many years as well at Sheffield Wednesday. Whoever comes in, what kind of owner does this club need?
They need somebody with a long-term plan. You know, they don't need somebody coming in with a 2-year plan and think, well, we've run out of money and what we're going to do. They need somebody that's stuck to the ground needs done up, training ground needs done up. It's a big project. It's a big project, but you want somebody who's willing to think, well, it might take 5 years, but that's what they need.
For anyone watching on, over 32,000 fans are going to be inside the ground today. This could be something very special for whoever does eventually take over.
Yeah, you get this club going, you'll get 35,000 every week. So, listen, it's a massive club. It should be a lot higher than what it is. But, you know, a lot of big clubs have dropped down the leagues over the past and they've come back. So hopefully Wednesday will come back.
The supporters here have been special. We know what the Blades fans are like as well. It's important for this city that we have two clubs who are heading in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely two massive clubs. As Kris said, over 30,000 here, over 30,000 at Bramall Lane as well. You know, the fans do come out. We just need to get, well, at least the team in red and white to climb the table. The team in blue and white is going to be a bit more difficult, but I say it's a massive footballing city, and it's hopefully they get the right person in charge.
The Blades fans coming here today. The season so far hasn't gone how they wanted. There was a takeover at Sheffield United at the end of last year, which promised much. We know how the season has started and some of the decisions that ITV Sport have made. Where is Sheffield United going right now in your eyes?
Well, obviously they made a massive decision to part ways with Kris in the summer. I say 15 minutes away from Premier League football, but they obviously didn't agree in the direction the club was going. They went a different way, built a slightly different squad, and things didn't go to plan. And that can happen when you get new ownership. Sometimes they want different things, and as it's proven, they probably did make a mistake, but probably one good positive thing, they weren't scared to make a decision. I think they've probably got the right man in charge at the moment, give him enough of the season to potentially turn it around. And you know, this division's crazy. If you put 5, 6, 7 good results together, you can climb that table quickly. But first and foremost, they want to be getting away from the bottom half.
And how exciting is it to have a game of this magnitude?
Oh, it's a fantastic feeling. We are all looking forward. Since the administrator took over the club, the emotion, the feeling has changed, and now there's a big belief, there's a big hope, and that we can do all this together in the derby today. Yeah, of course, it's fantastic.
Kris, as a Sheffield United fan, where does this rank in big games this season?
It's right up there. It's got to be for everybody. You're representing your club, your supporters, your family, your teammates, coaches, managers, everybody. So I always think you've got to get the balance right, okay, to, you know, it's an emotional afternoon. I think possibly from their point of view as well, in terms of what they've had to suffer so far this season. Henrik's hand that he's had to deal with and had to play. I think he's got the most out of them. They're a really honest group of players, so we understand that. These usually are games that are not decided on 2, 3 and 4 goal margins. Are usually tight affairs, but emotionally we've got to get that balance right between that and being calm in the chaos as well.
With the points deduction, what are your ambitions this season?
To stay in the league, of course. We will, how the boys train, and this week here, now they had 5 days off in the national team break, but how we have trained this week, it is not only with a big heart, it was also with a big quality. And as I said to the boys, we have to stick to the plan, we have to stick to the process, because we are working so well from the culture side, but also for the playing philosophy side, and how, so we have to go to this game with a big courage and a big belief, and I have a big belief.
I've been hearing ever since you arrived, you're getting a lot of stick from the Sheffield Wednesday fans.
No way.
But you strike me as someone that really relishes games and atmospheres like this.
The usual S6 welcome. It is part and parcel of it. I've got family, I've got friends that are Sheffield Wednesday fans. Listen, I've stoked the fire now and again, but that's my personality. So you have to, when you give it, you have to take it. So there's no issue as long as it doesn't step over the line. As far as I'm concerned, that's part and parcel. They'll get it when they come back to Sheffield United and Bramall Lane in whenever that is, February or March, and hopefully we'll be in a better league position than what we are now. But we've got to affect it. What happens on the pitch is the biggest thing. You know, there'll be subplots right the way through it. Patrick Bamford, Gus, what's happening with the takeover at Sheffield Wednesday, me, Henrik, whatever. But really, they all pale into insignificance in terms of what happens and who gets it right on the pitch, and hopefully we can do that.